Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, then welcome. Today's pick a card reading is an interesting one. We are going to see what would your crush say to you if they had the courage. Okay, and some of these messages aren't what they would directly say to you. They're like what's going on with the connection, and other ones are like what they would actually say. Okay, in front of me, I have 3 different options, each with a different stone. Choose the one that really calls out to you. This is group 1, group 2, and group 3. Okay, let's get started. Hey, group number 1. Okay, so what would your crush say if they had the courage? They would say, I'm starting to fall for you. Okay, so you guys, you have your crush catching feelings, okay? So I see that the feeling between you two is mutual. Then they say, do you feel the same? Okay, so we got some mirroring going on because I feel like you guys are wondering that about them, okay? They say things were left unsaid. Okay, so for some reason, it's kind of got this feeling of, even though you both are feeling this connection, there's like a bit of holding back between you two. Like you both feel like I've got to play it cool for some reason. Okay, and then something in particular is coming through with things were left unsaid. But, you know, for some of you it could be something specific, but overall I'm kind of just getting the feeling that they want some kind of, they don't feel like they're really getting anywhere with you as far as communicating to you goes, like that they're interested. So I get this feeling that they're like, oh man, you know, like I gotta let it be known, but I gotta do it in a subtle way, kind of like I have game, okay? They say, am I the one you want? Okay, so that's 2 questions that already came out. So your crush is definitely in their head about you. Like they're really wondering, like, am I reading the signs correctly, or are you just being friendly? Like they don't know. Okay, so you kind of have them on the edge of their seat is what I'm seeing. Okay, so we have I want to marry you. Okay, so I know that's a bold statement, right? But what's really coming to me as far as that goes is it's like you guys have like all the traits and aspects that they're looking for in like somebody that they would consider marrying, okay? And I feel like that's why this person's like blown away by you and crushing on you too. So yeah, that's really what that's saying, okay? I mean, for some of you might have known your crush for a while, okay? And they could be like, no, real talk, like, we need to get something going here because you are definitely like my dream girl or guy, okay? And they would marry you. They think they would, you know? They say, you're so beautiful. Okay, so this is like looks, personality, you know, vibe, energy. You guys are just like the full package to this person. They say, I hope you see me the way that I see you. Okay, we have like a repetitive message coming through here with that. Do you feel the same? Am I the one you want? I hope you see me the way I see you. So this person, like I said, they're really caught up with wondering if this is mutual. They say, I can't read you, so I have no idea where I stand. Right, that's where all these questions are coming from. They say, I want to kiss you. Yeah, you know. Sure they do. I kind of get the feeling too, like that they also like look at your pics, okay, like on social media and stuff, and they're just like, oh, you're so beautiful, oh, I want to kiss you. Okay, they say, I want to be your everything. So it's like their mind's made up about you, group 1. And they say, I hope you haven't moved on. So it's like they recognize, due to the lack of communication and the lack of action with progressing forward with this connection, they're like, ooh, you know, they know you're not going to wait around forever. But there's also so a part of them's like, oh, I hope you haven't moved on. And another part of them, okay, this message could be going for others of you. There could be something that's making this person wonder if you've moved on. So maybe you posted yourself with somebody else on social media, okay? That's not going to go for all of you, but for some of you it is. Yeah, but is this what you want? Oh my goodness. Oh man, I've had so many questions come out. So, you see what's on this person's mind. Like, they're definitely wondering, like, do you want this too? They say, nobody else makes me feel this way. Okay, we know, right? We're like, we see, I want to be your everything. Nobody makes me feel this way. I want to marry you. Okay, so this person's definitely feeling this connection. For some reason, there is something coming through where you two can't quite move forward yet with this. There seems to be minimal communication, minimal action, but definitely a wondering and dreaming about you is what I'm seeing. Then we have, we'll meet again someday. Okay, so with this card, this is kind of like saying this person wants you, but at the same time, the timing isn't quite right to actually make a move on you, is what I'm seeing. So in the meantime, they're wondering, like, do you feel the same way? I hope you haven't moved on. And yeah, okay, group number 1, this is what I see for you guys. If this resonates, let me know in the comments, and if it does, don't forget to give it a like. Thank you all so much for being here. Bye guys. Hey, group number 2. Okay, so what would your crush say to you if they had the courage? Okay, so we start off with, you're a man-eater. Okay, so yeah, and if you're a guy, like, you could say player, okay? Okay, bold accusation on their part. I actually feel like it's somewhat of a joke, okay? But with a little bit of, like, wondering. There's just something about you guys that comes across like you could basically have anybody, and they kind of see you as being potentially like a heartbreaker. So as much as, like, I feel like this person sees you guys as a catch and they're drawn to you, they're a little leery, okay? Like, they don't want to just be another number to you, basically, and have this, like, not turn out, you know, the way they want it to, is what I'm seeing. So that's really interesting to start off with. Okay, so some of this isn't actually what they would say, but it's kind of like what's going on as far as your connection goes, because, like, they wouldn't come out and say that to you. All right, they're saying, I'm trying to get clarity on this situation, okay? So for some reason, you know, pursuing this with you feels like a tricky situation to this person, and it's kind of got that feeling of like you're like a temptation to them. So as attracted and magnetically drawn to you as they are, they're like trying to like stay back right now, is what I'm getting. All right, so we have, I replay memories of you over and over in my mind. Okay, so what's interesting about that, especially if this is a newer connection, is that means like any little interaction that you two have ever had, anything spoken, any, you know, just anything basically, that I just feel like it's got such a crush-like feeling, okay? Like when you replay memories of you and another person and things that were said, or the mannerisms, that, you know, like the facial expressions that the person gave, you know, that whole kind of like interaction. It's a real cute feeling. They say they can't figure you out, okay? And I feel like this drives them crazy, because this person, they kind of feel like they can get a good read on people. But I feel like you guys, you know how to play the game, okay? And I'm not saying you're game players, but it's like, you know how not to reveal all your cards, you know, just given just enough, and then like you kind of like pull back a little, you know, there's like a little dance going on when people are interested in each other. And I feel like you do it well, you know, you keep your energy in check and all that, so they get just enough and then they're left wondering, okay? I feel like this person's somewhat kind of used to having, like, people are obvious with this person, I feel. Like when they're interested and you're not, like you could be charming, you could be flirty, and it's like they still don't know, okay? Go group 2. Then we have, you don't want my heart, you just want attention. Okay, going back to like the man-eater energy, this person's like, there's no way. like someone like you wants something for real, okay? And it's only because they feel like you can get anybody. And that's not them putting themselves down, they just wonder, okay? It's more of a wondering, like, are you ready to settle down, okay? Like, they don't know. You're kind of dating around, kind of seeing like who's the best match for you, you know, that type of feeling. They don't know. They don't know where you're at. And again, I feel like it's because it's a newer connection. You guys haven't really communicated about that. Again, take this with a grain of salt. I do think somewhere they do feel like you would want this with them for real. It's just, again, you guys are somehow like, you guys are seen to be like heartbreakers, okay? I'm just gonna say it. Because you're used to getting attention and people hitting you up, you know, so you can be choosy. So that's kind of like why this person's like, ooh, I don't know. Like they would want some kind of like for sure. Like you saying, this is what I want for sure somehow, basically. Then we have, I'm with someone right now. Okay, that's not going to go for all of you, but those of you that this person is seeing someone, I feel like you already know that, okay? And they say, we have an undeniable spark and connection. Okay, and I feel like if they are with somebody, that is like the only reason this person's on your mind. I don't feel like you would want necessarily somebody who's with somebody, but there was just some kind of magnetic spark and connectedness between you guys. Now, if your person isn't with somebody, that message is not meant for you. But either way, this message applies to both groups, okay? They say, I am so attracted to you. Yeah, okay, I get that. I see that. With all the pink cards, which really represent like the fire, the element of fire, it's very like, this person's very passion driven, okay? It's not to say it's not more than that, but it's definitely what initially caught their attention was, you know, they were attracted to you, but it's, you know, it's interesting. I feel like you guys actually match their passion because you guys are very passionate people. Like, you go all in with whatever it is that you're into and you give it your all, you come alive. And so because, you know, this has very Ace of Wands energy, because like ever since you walked into this person's life, like you sparked this passion, this drive, this aliveness within them that they haven't felt in a long time, okay? So we have an undeniable spark and connection. Like, this person acknowledges it, you know, and yeah, they really want to see like where this could go with you. Like, they haven't felt this way with really anyone else is what I'm seeing. Not on this level. Do you feel the same about me? Okay, that's the first time this person has asked that, so that's good to see. Group 1's person was asking that all throughout the reading. And it's like, right, because this person, they're pretty confident and they know they're a catch too, okay? But they do wonder. There is that bit of doubt because they can't quite figure you guys out, okay? So you definitely come across as being mysterious to them, intriguing. They can't quite get a read on you, which, like I said, drives them crazy because overall they do feel like they can read people pretty well. But not you guys. You guys read people pretty well too, though. You guys are definitely like a mirror. I feel like you guys read people pretty well, but this person you're kind of left feeling in the dark about too. Okay, so there's a lot of mirroring going on between you two. We have, I wonder if you've moved on. Okay, I see that whenever there is a lack of communication and action between people. So I do feel like for some reason your guys' communication is kept to a minimal and there's a lack of action currently. And if you guys, if you're the person on your mind or crush is with somebody right now, that is definitely going to be a factor. If they're not, there's something else coming through where there's a lack of action. Okay, so they do wonder if you've moved on, and they hope you haven't. They say, you are a bright spot in my life. Oh, I know. They see you guys as such a ray of light, okay? Like, you guys shine. You shine bright like a diamond, okay? Like the sun card. Like a sunflower, okay? I feel like one of those words is gonna like be symbolic for some of you listening. So that's why I felt like saying all of them. But yeah, so like I said, like this, you sparked this life, this passion within this person. You're a bright spot in their life. Okay, like chaos can be ensuing and they could be going through a rough or dark time, and it's like they think about you, and it's like you're like this beacon of light, like a lighthouse to them, and they're like, oh man, you know, like somehow, I don't know how, but like everything's gonna be all right. And they feel that by being connected to you. You bring them that. Okay, so we have, you're the one I want. You're so hot. Yeah, we know. Okay, there's so many like fiery cards here. And we've got the attracted card, the you're so hot card. Really though, your looks are like a bonus to this person. They were attracted to you by everything, personality, energy, vibe. They say, I wonder if you're happy without me. I feel like you wonder the same exact thing about them. And I know we need to talk, but I'm trying to get clear first. That's interesting. That's actually, this is like the first reading where like two similar cards like that came out. So this person's acknowledging like, I know I need to talk to you, but like they really want to get some kind of clarity on like what to do next before talking to you is what I'm seeing with that. And then we have my mirroring card, so it's kind of like you both are mirroring each other in this connection in such a way that it's like, what? Okay, like you're both feeling this connection, but there's, you know, communication here and there, but nobody's really having a heart-to-heart just yet on like, what are we doing? You know, it could be even too new to do that is what I'm seeing. It's like you guys are still in that phase of like getting to know each other. And so there's a lack of action too, and just keeping this on the low right now. Again, if some of you, your person's with somebody, that's why. Those of you that they're not, it's some other reason, okay? So that's what I see for you, group 2. Okay, group number 2, if this resonated, let me know in the comments. And if it did, don't forget to give it a like. Thank you all so much for being here. Bye, guys. Hey, group number 3. Okay, so what would your crush say if they had the courage? Okay, so we start off with things were left unsaid. Okay, so this person definitely feels like you and them have unfinished business. Okay, like well, basically what the card says, they feel like things were left unsaid, and that's an unsettling feeling, you know, when you feel like whether you two become something or not, like something has been left unsaid. Okay, they say we're 2 worlds apart, can't reach to your heart. Okay, so when I see that card, that makes me feel like this person feels like you and them could be too opposite of each other for this to be practical, okay? It's like they feel drawn to you, but at the same time, they acknowledge that, you know, you guys, you could come from 2 totally different worlds, meaning like it could be some kind of factor of you two being the opposite. That could be a literal, like we're 2 different, you know, or something more like your backgrounds, your culture, your religious, spiritual beliefs, age gap, you know, something about the families don't like each other. Okay, just something like that is what I'm getting. And I can't reach to your heart. It like signifies like we're not getting to the bottom of this, you know, like communication wise and finding a solution. So it's like nobody does anything for the time being, even if you both want to communicate and come to some kind of solution. Okay, it says you make them want to be a better person. Okay, I do feel like this person has come alive since meeting you. Okay, it's like I got that in group 2 too. It's like you guys just sparked this life, this passion within this person again, and they start to feel like anything is possible. Okay, It's like they don't want to let go of that, because then we also have, I can't explain it, but I love it. And that's like, you know, there's just something about this connection with you. It's just unique, and it's like the vibe, the energy is like not something they get from just anybody, you know. And that's like, even if you two are different or opposites, like what keeps them coming back to this idea of you is what I'm seeing. They say you're a baddie, okay? Yeah, they definitely think like, you know, you're like the full package to them. Looks, personality, energy, vibe. They just can't get enough of you is what I'm seeing. They think you're unique, your style's unique, everything you do is just so you, okay? And they love it. You're unlike anyone else they've ever met. They say, I'm worried your family won't approve of this. Okay, so that's going back to this card about being two worlds apart, can't reach to your heart, okay? So there's definitely something that's weighing on them, weighing on their mind. They're not just not communicating or taking action for no reason. There's definitely some kind of a reason. Whether that reason's been voiced or not, it may not have been, and that could be the things that were left unsaid. Some of you might know though what this is about, but they still say things are left unsaid because you two haven't really come to any decision or a solution, okay? They say, do you feel the same? So in the meantime, they're still kind of wondering, like, are you feeling this too like I am? Is this mutual, okay? Am I dreaming up this connection for nothing? You know, like that kind of feeling. And because, you know, there's a lack of communication, it's like you're both kind of left in the dark and wondering. But I wonder, is this practical? Yeah. So there is definitely something coming across that even if you two come across as dream girl or guy, it's like once, you know, they definitely dream about you and what you two could be. Once their head almost like comes back down to earth, they're like, but wait, is this practical? Like you could have some kind of factor, like I keep saying, that could be too opposite, that you two need to figure out, you know, can you reach some common ground, some kind of a solution or not? They say, I'm not ready to tell you how I feel. Okay, so I do feel like there's feelings there. So this is a definite like head versus heart battle with this person. Okay, they say, I wish I knew how you felt. Yeah, they're definitely like can't get a read on you guys, I'm seeing, and it's driving them crazy because they do have feelings for you despite whatever it is that could be the opposite. Okay, then we have liquid courage. This person, you know, they might need a little bit of courage to help them out. That's not necessarily to say like, you know, they need to drink in order to talk to you, but like maybe. It's just saying like they kind of need some courage though to actually really open up and tell you like what's on their mind. Then they say, how can I make things right? Okay. So I do feel like there was something that went down that kind of created like this abrupt shift within this connection, and instead of like anybody really communicating what was going on, and it could be the realization of something being the opposite, it's like things were left unsaid. All the while you both still feel this connection. And then we have, I don't know why I run away. Okay, so this person's acknowledging that as soon as something gets rocky, instead of communicating it, they jump ship, they run, even if it's not what they want to do. It's a pattern of theirs. I do feel like they're aware of it and they're working on it, but you know, it's what happened. So yeah, you know, it looks like this person is acknowledging that you two do need a heart-to-heart. Whether this is going to go somewhere or not, it's still like they got that feeling of things were left unsaid. They just need to get up the courage to do so, is what I'm seeing. Okay, group number 3, this is what I see for you guys. If this resonates, let me know in the comments, and if it does, don't forget to give it a like. Thank you all so much for being here. Bye, guys.